Namaskaram. Hello friends. Today we are going to give you a very powerful herbal combination to prevent chronic illnesses. We will be discussing how to use it and who to use it, when to use it, who cannot use it, and side effects and things like that. Well, before we start, I just need to give you a piece of information. We live in an age, it's an age of COVID-19, and we mostly clean the houses to prevent contamination. You know, people are going out and in and out. There are possibly to bring contamination into house because the foodwares and things like that. Well, we use different kinds of solutions to clean the house. It is very important to ventilate the houses when we are cleaning, because I use this marker all the day. When I use it, the smell that comes out of, I inhale it, it irritates my throat, you know, it gets into my nasal cavity and it reaches in here and irritates me. So when we clean the houses, we are using so much of solution to clean up the house. So there might be kids, and kid might be not wearing a complete dress. It will be in contact with the skin, and there are irritation. Kids will be licking on the floor and things like that. So be very cautious about it. Well, let's get into the topic. We are talking about a herbal combination that is a miraculous remedy for preventing chronic inflammations. We are talking about turmeric. I mean, last day, why I prepared this video is to inform you that last day I read a newspaper. I mean, it's a very famous newspaper in India. I mean, there are plenty of literature like that. They said that consuming 1 teaspoon of turmeric every day is very good. That's a wrong information, because most of the information that we make as videos is based on pure evidences. And about turmeric, you should know about the turmeric fest, because the remedy that we give today is purely based on turmeric. And what is important about turmeric is that when we look into classical text, the classical text gives us a complete idea about this herb, not Google. Okay, if I Google about turmeric, the Google says it's very good for cancer, it's very good for inflammation, it works as an anti-inflammatory, and it is very helpful in preventing diabetes and things like that. Of course, all those things are correct, but we need a complete idea about this particular herb. Classical text says that turmeric is pitta, duchoshna, kapha-pittana. It creates a drying, heating effect in the body. So if I am consuming turmeric all the day, it overwhelms my liver. Okay, there is a possibility that that my liver get overwhelmed, which is not good. There will be hepatic cellular damage. So what I need to know is that how to use it. And before I go into that point, I'll just give you a brief introduction into this. Curcumin, that is what gives the turmeric very, very good effect in fighting with the inflammation. But there is one problem. When we get turmeric, you should go for an organic one. Now, I use an organic one. Here it is. It is an organic certified product. Why it is important to use organic certified products? Organic certified products contain curcumin as it is. Mostly what we get in market, maybe that is slightly cheap. They take the curcumin extract for medical companies to produce medicine, or they give it to essential oil companies to produce essential oils and things like that. Mostly what we get in the market is adulterated form of turmeric powder. Not everywhere. I'm saying that in certain countries where they are very rich, they have good standards, they might be getting good quality. But in people, I mean, like in communities like underdeveloped or developing countries, it's not possible that to maintain a good standard of it. So mostly when we get an adulterated packet of turmeric that contains lead chromate, which is an inorganic compound, then methanol yellow, that is a chemical dye, then aniline dye, sudan-3, and all those things. These are highly cancerous. These things causes cancer. So when we use turmeric as a substance to prevent disease, if it is not rightly chosen, it will be ending up with a huge impact. I mean, like, we'll be truly sick. So curcumin fights against inflammation. That is correct. If what we are using is having curcumin, that's very good. It prevents hay fever signs and symptoms. Mostly people, when they have hay fever, they have symptoms like sneezing, itching, running nose, and congestions. When you use turmeric as a regular dose, it prevents hay fever. At the same time, if we have that, the symptoms will be relieved. The turmeric is very good in reducing depression. It reduces cholesterol. It reduces the markers of injury of liver, especially in conditions where there is fatty liver, whether it is alcoholic or non-alcoholic. If a person is consuming turmeric all the day in the right way, it reduces the markers of liver injury. And so that is a good news. And it controls osteoarthritis. It's very good in that, and it controls, I mean, like it regulates itching in people, those who have chronic kidney diseases. So it has lot of health benefits. I have only chosen to speak with you the benefits that is scientifically proven. There are plenty. If I write all the benefits, I cannot fill it in, because I mean, those are anecdotal informations. Maybe some has some basics and some has no basics. So I don't want to give you any vague idea. I just give you the clear information that is scientifically proven. Well, there are a group of people who cannot use it, especially people those who have gallbladder problems and bile duct obstructions. If those people are using turmeric in a medical purpose, they will have their condition worse. So please do not use if you have these two problems. And people those who have bleeding problems, especially when a person is having a cardiac disease or a person is having a stroke, they will go to hospital and they will get treated. One of the medicines that is given is blood thinners. So if those people are using it, both the medicine and the turmeric has the same effect. There is a huge possibility for bleeding. So people those who have bleeding problems, do not use it unless you are truly controlled. People with diabetes mellitus, turmeric is very effective in helping the beta cells. You know, beta cells work to produce insulin. So in condition, if you are a diabetic mellitus patient, it is very good to consume, but you should not take it along with the medicine, because the turmeric brings down the blood glucose level at the same time that the drug that you use also do the same action. So probably you will have low blood glucose level, which is called hypoglycemia. That's not a good thing. So if you are using turmeric in diabetes, use it, I mean, like, keep it apart from any time after taking medicine, maybe 3 to 4 hours after, and it's very good. And the people also have hormone sensitivity conditions like endometrial cancer or uterine fibrosis, ovarian cancer, breast cancer, and things like that. People will be using hormonal therapy. So if you are taking turmeric along with the treatment, that is not good. It will create interaction. So that is not good at all. This is one of the most important thing. People believe that taking turmeric is very good in gastroesophageal reflux disease, which is a very, very wrong idea. Because if they take, the condition gets worse. Why? Because what I can do if I have GERD, the best thing is to use apple cider vinegar. And before that, I should know how I get the condition worse. Mostly the drugs that is used, antacids, antibiotics, and things like that creates GERD, a worse condition. It is very, very important. People think that GERD is a simple condition that can be controlled with drugs. That's a wrong thing. I have seen people continuing with the condition with the support of drugs and finally ends up in very fatal condition. So if you can manage your life, managing your diet and things like that, do everything possible to come out of this condition. Taking 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar before food, mix it up with water and drink it. And right after drinking, wash your mouth, because the apple cider vinegar interacts with the enamel in the teeth, and we don't want to put ourselves in trouble. There is a wrong thought about the nature of stomach that we have to keep. People believe that being alkaline is good. Of course, being alkaline is good, not about the tummy, because the gastric juice inside is highly acidic. If it is acidic, it will do its function. If it is alkaline, then we will have this sort of diseases. People, those who wanted to have kids, it's better to keep away from turmeric in a medicinal, as a medicinal dosage, because people, those who consume turmeric on a regular basis as a medicinal, with a medicinal dose, the testosterone will be decreased and the motility will be decreased. So it is not good for people, those who have infertility or those who want to have a baby. And iron deficiency is another problem, because turmeric prevents absorption of iron. So people, those who are already anemic, do not consume it. Okay. And one of the things that is very important to be known is that, as I told you before, blood clotting drugs. If you are using blood clotting drugs, do not add turmeric to this, because both of it has the same action. Both of it try to decrease the clotting time, and bleeding will be more in case if you have a high blood pressure and things like that. So that is very, very important. What I do is, how I use turmeric. I take 1 pinch of turmeric and 1 pinch of cumin or fennel and 7 whole black pepper and little ghee. You know what is ghee, right? Ghee, ghee, or little olive oil or little coconut oil. Mix it up all together, put it in mouth the first thing in the morning and chew it out. After half an hour, I'll drink water. Back in 2007, I had a highly inflammations disease. And as I told you before, it's in the introduction, my grandfather used to tell me, he was a Vaidya, not a medical schooled doctor. He has given us a lot of information, but when I match it up with the current evidence-based researches, all those things were true. So I used this combination and I had a cure from that disease. I'm not compelling you, or I'm not insisting you to do this, but you can, if you're consuming it, it's very good. Not everyone can use this in the way that I am using. So it is, if you can't go through the way that I'm using, just make it crushed all together and use it. But don't prepare it and keep it ready for daily uses. It's always better. It is always better to make it when you are going to consume it. If you like this video, please comment below. And if you have any queries, please write it down. I'll try my level best to respond in time. May God bless you all. We'll see you soon with another video. Thank you so much.